introduce retro movie reviews, and we're going to do Demolition Man 1993. This movie's brilliant. This movie's fucking brilliant, especially seeing Wesley Snipes Black as Blade just gave me this vibe back for Wesley Snipes. He is awesome as Simon Phoenix, right? That character, Simon Phoenix, was absolutely amazing, right? I'm laughing my head off with the way he's kind of like taking the piss out of everything. You know, when he's in the future and he's trying to get the new gun and he's trying to break down the glass, and the guy's like, "Oh, what seems to be your boggle?" And he's my boggle, and he just throws the guy through the window. Like those sort of scenes make me laugh. This was one of those movies as well, where in the beginning, I love the way they ended it back. In the beginning, where Simon Phoenix, I think, Stallone's character's trying to get a code from him or where the hostages are. And Simon Phoenix makes a comment saying, I swear my head will fall off if it wasn't attached. And by the end of the movie, they bring it back and he kicks his head off. And I was like, that's a pretty cool, bring back from the beginning of the movie from a little quote that you made there. But this movie, right, the future, I was watching it and I was like, how many things, like this was supposed to be set in 2030 or something, 2032 Los Angeles. And when you look at the cars, you're like, they're not too off with that, right? The self-driving cars like Teslas and shit, we have that now. The new Neuralink, right? When they have the Badus between Neuralink and whatnot, they're working on that now. Right, there's a few patients out there that's already got a chip in their head to work on new. So they were getting a couple of things right, but obviously the premise of the movie and that future was based on a communist sort of way, right? In the sense that you can't think, you can't eat, salt's banned, like burgers are banned, everything that's a bit bad for you is banned. You're not allowed to think for yourself, all that sort of stuff, which ultimately builds a society of peace, but a very restricted way of living. And if you don't follow this way of living, then you're demonized as a human being and you've got to go live in the sewers or whatnot, which you saw they were called the rebels or whatnot, just because maybe I wanted a burger, or maybe I want to eat some salt. Like it was literally taken away. The way they had the philosophy was the only way you can gain peace is by taking everyone's rights away to do anything or think of anything, right?
Yeah.
Which ultimately takes away your freedom of speech, your freedom of think, your freedom of will. It takes that away. Other movies in the future touched on this, like Equilibrium and all that stuff, you take away emotions or whatnot. But that's the way they saw peace.
That's right.
And the main villain, obviously, the guy who incorporated this lifestyle, obviously, he had a certain agenda, which was like business or whatnot. But the futuristic side of things was pretty awesome. And Simon Phoenix it's fun to see those cavemen, as they call them, in that future because they were just raw. And also the other scene when every time you swear, the thing goes, John, what's his name? Like, whatever. John Spartan. Yeah, like, John Spartan, you've been
John
flying,
Spartan.
whatever. And what I love was what they kept really good was, even if it was a normal scene and they're arguing, he'll be like, you swear, and in the background you hear John Spartan.
Yeah.
That shit was funny, man. Great movie, man. Really fun movie.
Excuse me. No, it's a good film, bro. I think we're coming to that time where things are crazily getting similar to what we saw in movies back then. And Stallone still smashed it. I don't care, man. I think it's a great film. Stallone absolutely smashed that. And it's great set pieces, bro. You know, they're showing LA in the future, bro. I love the way LA looks. But then down in the gutter games with the rat burger scene, I was like, excuse me.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think this movie is one of those cult classic movies, so fun to watch. And when I say cult classic, it's just like the premise of the movie, and then the like every time they think of something that's like the guys who were living in suits, they look like they were from Mad Max. It always looks like this rogue state, and then there's this vision of how they're supposed to look. And Wesley Snipes, at the end, they were all looking like they dressed like from Mad Max. The Mad Max set a premise of what savages, quotation mark, looks like in a civilized world, in a so-called civilized world. Savages always look in that sort of thing. But even like there was a scene when at the end where and also what again rewatching the movie, what you realize is the guy unfroze Simon Phoenix, and during his rehabilitation process, they gave him all this. It was weird. They gave him all these smart abilities to like crack computers and be even more of a dangerous person, all that sort of stuff, because they had an agenda to use him to kill the rebellion leader who was on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And then John Spartan, his rehabilitation or whatever was like sewing and shit like that. Anyway, there was a scene at the end where they were unfreezing criminals, and Simon Phoenix brings up Jeffrey Dahmer, you know, the fucking
Oh
serial
yeah,
killer.
yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. Back then, I would never have known. Now I've seen the documentary. And he was like, Jeffrey Dahmer, I love that guy. I'm like, that guy was a fucking serial killer. But it just goes to show how much of a serial killer Simon Phoenix was, because he was a raw dude.
Exactly. Oh no, bro, brilliant movie, great film. If you guys haven't seen Demolition Man, I don't know what your boggle is, man.
Such a good scene.
Yeah, I don't know what your boggle is, because that is such a great film. And Snipes, bro, peak. He was peak at his time, bro. Great martial artist as well, without a doubt, 100%. He had some great scenes in that, bro. It was visually good to look at as well, bro. That's one thing I enjoy about some of the movies from the 80s. And what I noticed watching that RoboCop TV series yesterday was visually they look stunning, bro. It looks really good. I love the look of the 80s and 90s. They look better than some of the movies we get now. Because some movies, like with The Union, listen, good fun watch. There are when you watch it, we'll talk about it, but it was so clean, bro. It's HD. I can see it's clean. I miss that gritty, raw film look, bro. You know, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's something about like when you look at RoboCop in that 80 movies, and we'll do a retro movie on him. But this movie itself, you know, again, the shadings, the color, the darkness, the rubble, and it looks messy. It's like the camera's old, so it looks like the picture that is taken is having grittiness, which I think in those type of movies, when you're showing, right, where you're trying to show an LA that's fucked up, when you're trying to show an underground that's fucked up, it emphasizes on the grittiness. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that movie in HD. Now, above the world, LA looks beautiful. You want to see that in HD. But when you go below the world, you want to have a gritty scene, like, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, this is old and busted and whatnot. There's an element to that. There's an art to it. And the 80s movies all kind of had that by default because of the cameras. But I agree. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, original, the first one, in HD. I wouldn't want to see that because I like the darkness and the grittiness and the way they look and everything. I like that.
All of that, yeah.
Yeah. No, great movie, man. I love this, man. I love this movie. The seashell stuff cracks me up. I don't even know how they use it, to be honest. Because I was thinking,
how do you use it then, bro?
I was thinking, do you just
Let's put the question out there to the people. Guys, what do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Let us know. What were the free shows for? But G-Man, what was your thoughts? Like, what were they using it for?
Well, because obviously, I'm trying to think, because they're supposed to be super hygienic there. They don't even touch, bro. You can't even high five or whatnot in that era.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're talking about like even like this, like a COVID thing, bro. Remember that we couldn't even touch each other. But that was like, how crazy is that, right? So you couldn't even touch. So I'm trying to think. They're supposed to be super hygienic. So how do you use the seashells? And they're not personal seashells, meaning that everyone reuses them, right? So I was thinking, like, do you use the seashells to scrape your booty and then wash it? But that's butters because you're still smudging it. The best way is a bidet and you wash your booty. But what was the thought behind a seashell that's the most cleanest way to clean your booty? And to this day, I don't know.
Bro.
But there must be something online.
Yeah, hold on. No, that's what I'm checking. You check on YouTube or Google. I'm gonna see what ChatGPT says.
I was just about to go to ChatGPT. Go on, you tell me what it says.
Yeah.
Wait, should I type it in here?
No, you know what? Put it up on the screen. Let's see it, bro. Type it up and put it up on the screen.
Let's share the screen and let's
share the screen and do it. This is jokes.
All right, I'm gonna write in Demolition Man. Let me copy and paste this.
Yeah.
Basic. I can't even see the. Oh, right. In Demolition Man movie, how are you supposed to use the three seashells? All right, let's see what it says. Let's see what ChatGPT says. The use.
Go on, you read it.
Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to move my thing. So the use of the The use of the three seashells in the movie Demolition Man is one of the most enduring mysteries. The film 1993 doesn't explain how the three seashells are used, leaving it up to the audience imagination. Okay.
Okay.
The movie, in the movie, the protagonist, John Spartan, played by Sylvester Stallone, finds himself in a future where, okay, it's talking about the movie, where the traditional toilet paper has been replaced by these three seashells in a restroom. By the way, toilet paper is still butters, man. Smudging that on you is still not clean. That's butters. When he asked them how to use it, the other characters laugh with no explanation given. Over the years, the ambiguity has led to various fan theories and jokes about how the seashells might work, ranging from humorous to bizarre. The film screenwriter Daniel Waters has mentioned in interviews that he came up with the idea because he wanted something futuristic and quirky, but he didn't have a specific method in mind on how they would actually be used. In short, the exact method of using the three seashells remains a humorous mystery.
No, man, not humorous, man. Humorous, bro.
Humorous mystery, and that's part of the fun. Okay. My reading made that even more hilarious. Well, there you go, guys. Nobody knows. Use your imagination. I'm sticking to a bidet because that's the best way to clean your booties and the most hygienic way. But that's a fun thing.
Or use a bodna, man.
Bodna
you don't know what a lotta or a bodna is? Get in that game, guys. Get in that games.
In Dubai, we have
carry wet wipes with you.
We have the spray, man. It's awesome.
Spray, man. Spray your butt there.
Spray the booty.
That's it.
Demolition Man. Sandra Bullock was awesome in it. Yes, great movie, man. A really enjoyable, easy to watch again. I love going back and watching a movie and be like, oh, this is easy to watch. There's no struggle of like, oh man, this is kind of boring or that's cheesy. Nope. Great movie to just put on, watch. Prime, in shape, Sylvester Stallone. Prime, Wesley Snipes. Simon Says, just a brilliant sort of like villain, like. You know, Simon Says die. Simon Says that. Like, come on, man. That's just. I think that's just wicked. So yeah, I really enjoyed that movie, man.
No, so good, man. Definitely a good one. Definitely a good one.